Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is August 31st, 2018, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the markets this morning, starting out with the Euro USD, starting at 116.63, just hitting that, almost hitting that resistance level, 117.45, and just pairing a little bit of losses here, but not much. The question is where we're going to go from here after this nice rally from our bottom of 113. So I believe we'll be trading between a range, okay? The range would probably be around 115.93-ish, but let's see what happens, okay? I wouldn't jump into this right away. I would look for, some further escalation either in the Aussie dollar or the GBP USD. Now, looking at the GBP USD, we had this massive rally yesterday and tapering off just a little bit, okay? Not really selling off yet, okay? After the fate of the news, the market is just stable. All right, so that's actually a nice indication for the GBP after it's gotten clobbered from 142 down to 127. So a little bit of a resistance here on the upside, but not really selling off yet. Now, what's of a major note is the Aussie USD, really very weak, continued slide here almost to the 72.40-ish level, about 65 pips, 60 pips away from that. And this is really retraced a lot. We're looking even at a 4-hour chart. If you look at a daily chart, you can see that even more. It's at the bottom of the range, completely at the bottom of the year at 72.40. So this is really a pivotal moment for the Aussie dollar. If it's going to break this 72.40, it will be quite significant. So that's something to look at. Now, we mentioned this yesterday, USD Swiss franc. It broke through the 97.93 support line and then subsequently 96.77. So we're right sitting there right now. The question is, are we going to bounce off of this low? We look for that later today to see if that actually freights. Now, yesterday we were wrong. We mentioned that the price of oil will probably be trading between 67 and 64, and we did not do that. We actually broke on the upside, and we continued trading up to $70 a barrel. Now, this is quite important to note because it has been trading within these two ranges. Now, this is the upper range, okay? If we look at it before, we hit this $70 range once before, but we never broke above it, okay? So that's really important to just make that point right here. If we don't see this continued rally, we see some sort of a sell-off. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, we sold off today. Market took a little bit of a beating right before Labor Day. Just that on Monday there will be Labor Day. We won't have a market review for your reference, but the Forex markets will be open. However, the indices and some of the commodities and stocks obviously will be in holiday effect, okay, and memorial to the Labor Day weekend in the United States. So just be aware that it is a holiday in the United States, and some of the indices and stocks will be affected. So we're trading here at 25,994. The question is, are we going to go into a rally into this holiday weekend? And most likely it will. If we just jump to Apple just really quickly, Apple trading at 224, breaking that high of 220, 222, and breaking even higher. So that's something really to mention here, that it has, continued strength, whereas the NASDAQ, if we look at the NASDAQ, really flat. So Apple could really take us further up and really push the market up as the week continues. So just be aware that tomorrow, or rather, as the trade comes in today, and then subsequently for Tuesday next week, as the market, kind of gravitates to what's going on. Looking at the US dollar, Turkish Lira, we didn't mention this earlier this week, but, it was trading within a tight range. But as you can see, it's slightly going up back to its highs after making that correctional move on the downside. And, and this is a little bit more concerning because this looks like it's going with some volume and some consistency, okay? Whereas before it's more of a violent move, okay, and a correctional move that happens right afterwards. Right here, we're just, slowly inching up higher. So that's something to really make a mention. So just be aware that, if we do close this area, we may even break on the upside. So it might be something to look at. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great weekend. Thank you.